Hey guys, it's Aria, and in this video, due to popular request on my last, which thank you guys by the way for all of the support on my Ivy Day reaction video. I was not expecting so many comments, so many supportive comments, so thank you so much. But in this video, I will be sharing my stats and extracurriculars that got me into two Ivy League schools, UPenn and Cornell. So for my stats, I would say I have good stats, but by all means, they're not perfect. So I think this just goes to show that these schools look for a lot more than just GPA, SAT, APs. And I think I had really strong extracurriculars and essays, and I think that really kind of pushed me over the edge to get in. But here we go. My GPA unweighted is a 3.99 out of 4.0. I got 1 A- in Algebra 1 in 8th grade, actually. For the SAT/ACT, I actually never took the SAT. I just always hated that test. For some reason, it never worked well for me. I have a whole bunch of ACT videos actually, so if you guys want to check them out. But I got a 34 on the ACT, and my breakdown was a 35 on the English section, a 35 on math, a 34 on reading, and a 30 on science. For UPenn and UPenn and Cornell, I applied to both of the schools' business schools, so Wharton and Dyson, and that's where I was accepted. And I think that business schools typically look a little bit more at math scores, which I got a 35 on the math section, so I think that might have helped me a little bit more, but that was for just my scores on the ACT. Oh, and that was all in one sitting, by the way. That wasn't super scored. I just took the ACT once in the beginning of my junior year, and that was in one sitting. And then I also submitted 2 SAT subject tests. The first one was in Math 2, and I got a 770, and the other one was in Biology, and I got a 730. So like I said, good scores, but by all means, they're not perfect. None of them were. So just want to say, you're more than just your test score. I know you've heard that a million times, but clearly it's true. I also will graduate having taken 10 APs. My sophomore year, I took AP Physics 1 and AP World. My junior year, I took AP Physics 2, AP Lang, and AP Biology. And this year, my senior year, I'm taking AP Chemistry, AP Lit, BC Calc, and both Physics C tests. So Physics C Mechanics and Physics C E&M. Also, in terms of any hooks, I'm not a legacy at either school, Penn or Cornell. I did apply early decision to UPenn. I got deferred, and then I got accepted in regular decision. So I think that also goes to show that I know a lot of people think a deferral is a glorified rejection. I've definitely heard that term before, but it's not. You can definitely get in regular decision after ED. It just means that they want to see, if you get deferred, I think it really means they want to see more information from you. I submitted my mid-year report after ED, and I think that applying early definitely helps you in the regular decision round, but those are the hooks in case anyone was wondering. Now, I know the other thing people really wanted to know were extracurriculars and essays. I'm not going to address essays in this video. I will do extracurriculars, but for my next video, would it be helpful if I just read out loud my Common App essay and my supplementals? Let me know in the comments if that's what you guys want. So my main extracurricular through high school was the fact that I started my own company actually in 7th grade. It's a waterproof sock company, so I make and sell 100% waterproof, breathable socks for athletes, hikers, bikers, campers, really anyone outside who hates inclement weather. And shameless self-promo, I will put the link to my website down below if you guys want to check it out at all. But this really is what got me into business and really had me start thinking about business and a career in this sort of field. And I wrote my Common App essay about my company. It's called Forever Dry, and it's really taken up the majority of my time over my 4 years of high school. And so I think that was something really unique that I had. I started it through the program called the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. It's an after-school program that teaches middle and high school students how to start and run their own company. So I think that was something really unique that may have helped me get into a couple of these schools, but that I would say would be my main kind of work experience extracurricular. And don't think that this is something that you guys can't do. I literally started this in 7th grade. I had no idea where this was gonna lead. It was literally an after-school program that I was doing. But I turned out that I loved it, and I just really stuck with it for 7 years now of my life, and it built it up into a multi-product line now. I sell two types of waterproof socks, both locally and internationally. I was on a show called Hatched, which is very similar to Shark Tank, if you guys have ever seen that. So like I said, just find something that you're really passionate about and that makes you unique, and really work on that for all of your high school career if you can. And I think that really just shows admissions officers your dedication and your passion for something. My next extracurricular is I became a chair for Model United Nations. I was in Model UN since the beginning of my freshman year. I started out as a delegate. I actually started out as a page in 7th and 8th grade, and then I became a delegate in 9th and 10th grade, and then I became a chair my junior and senior year. I also became the head of training for my school, so I trained new delegates on how to become like problem solvers and help them with their confidence and public speaking ability. Again, something I'm very passionate about, Model UN, and just how like nations interact and trying to promote like collaboration between countries. It's just another one of like something I'm really passionate about, something I actually want to continue studying in business at either Wharton or Dyson if I choose to go there. But that was kind of the other extracurricular that took up a lot of my time in high school. I'm just looking at these extracurriculars straight off of what I put on my Common App, by the way. They leave you 10 spots on your Common App for extracurricular activities, so I'm just going to tell you the 10 that I put on there, and they were like the 10 that I participated in high school. So my third one was I became the president of FBLA, which is Future Business Leaders of America, so again, another like business-oriented extracurricular. I received 4 awards in finance, marketing twice, and just general business. And I was the treasurer initially of my club my sophomore year. I became the vice president my junior year, and I'm now the president in my senior year of high school. And I'm starting to create a mentorship program for the club. That's kind of like the legacy I want to leave behind for that. My fourth extracurricular is I am the vice president of DECA, which is another business-oriented club. I've actually been the vice president for 2 years now, my junior and senior year, and I won an award in marketing management. My fifth extracurricular was volunteer/community service oriented. I was a board member for the nonprofit organization Kids Reaching Hearts Through Performing Arts, which is just a very local, small organization in New York. And we put on a gala for children's charities every year, and this year we raised about $45,000 for Autism Up and the Smile Mobile, which was really exciting. Volunteering and community service is definitely something I want to continue in college, and I think that passion really shined through on my application. It was something I put a lot of hours in. I was only a part of it for 1 year, actually, this past year. But I put a lot of hours into it, into planning the gala, marketing for it, trying to recruit people to come, decorations, financing it, and everything like that. But it was just, yeah, a really exciting event, and that was the fifth thing I put. My sixth thing was that I was the business manager for my school's newspaper. I did this both my sophomore and junior year of high school, and the description I wrote was I organized fundraisers, planned a yearly budget, created profit loss statements, and presented marketing proposals to local companies. And that just sums up really what that job entailed. My seventh activity was another volunteer community service one. I am a board member of Youth as Resources, which is like a county community-wide organization that distributes grant funds to local students wanting to start community service organizations, like community service projects, actually, that's what I meant. So I kind of like interview these students and determine like their funding level and help them, like I assist them in basically starting up their project. The eighth, I guess, could be kind of like a volunteer activity. I'm a member of a club called Natural Helpers at my school, so it's just a peer-selected group, and we identify students having either like academic or personal challenges, and we talk to them and help identify support for them. It's just a very collaborative like club that I really like being a part of. My ninth activity was I was class president my freshman year. I decided to never be president again. I was not on student council my sophomore, junior, or senior year, so I kind of put this activity, like I said, it was the 9th one I put out of 10. So if you don't like participate in an activity for a very long amount of time, if it wasn't really a big part of your high school experience, I would put it lower on your list. Put the thing that has meant the most to you first. Like I put my company and then Model UN and then like FBLA and DECA. But class president was still a ton of work freshman year, and I'm still like proud of what I did, so I definitely wanted to include it, but it's just a little bit lower on my list. And the 10th thing I put was just that I was a midfielder on my JV field hockey team freshman year. Again, not a ton that I did with that, but just something I did freshman year, and I got a 10th activity on there. Don't feel obligated to use all 10 spots. I did. I probably could have done away without the field hockey. I just wanted to put it on there because I think it showed a little bit of a different side of me. But don't feel obligated to use like all 10 spots. Just like put down the ones you want and the ones that you really committed yourself to. So I think that's it for my stats and extracurriculars. I hope I answered a lot of your questions. If you have any more, as always, just leave them in the comments. I will try to answer everything. And in my next video, I can certainly talk about essays. And like I said, leave in the comments how you want me to like kind of go about that. Do you want me to just read them out loud, or do you want me to kind of discuss the topics? It's completely up to you. Just let me know what you guys want. As always, thank you for watching, and subscribe for more college content in the future.